So, as for the today's topic was kind of like nothing to implement for me specifically as such. Today was all about like giving back and you know. So as of now, I'm like being a college student. I don't have a job right now, so I don't earn anything on my own. But there are definitely certain some of the things that are there in my mind. In terms of so for instance, my family runs a trust back home in India, and the name of the trust is called Amar. So what we are doing is that like every month, a certain amount of the like a minimal number of the profits go into the trust, and they are eventually used for providing books and other things like books, bags, stationery to students. I definitely want to contribute to the trust, and but the thing is that currently not earning. I just don't want to like I don't know, like the money that I get from my father, I put it in there. That doesn't make any sense to me, at least logically. So because I won't, I personally feel that I won't be able to learn or value it as much if, and I'll be able to value it much more if I put take out something on something on my own and put deposit in it. Um, like one of the first things that come to my mind is, for instance, like when one earns their first salary, he or she, with one of the things they do is like they buy stuff for their family, they buy stuff. I agree, that's good, but I feel overdoing that is something that shouldn't be done. One of the things that should be done is like what I personally want to do is that okay, I'll take out some of the money and deposit it in the trust when I head back home. I feel that will be more purposeful than already buying something for someone that he or she doesn't have, but that's like won't be of that much value as it would be of giving it to someone who actually needs it. And especially I want to do this in India. It's very relevant because currently the level of education there is pretty low, and I don't want to just give my money to an organization, especially because coming from India, I know that a lot of it does not eventually trickle down to the people who need it, but in fact it goes in corruption and these officials take it on their own. So I want to give something which is actually like books or pencils, because that I know that eventually the student will actually use it. So as for giving back and like the particular type of charity or trust that I'm looking at is currently the one that my family operates, and I feel that since I want to be a part of it and I want to pursue it further. Like one of the eventual aims is that where my ancestral city is, I want to set up, like my dad keeps talking about it, a small school there. But nothing has been implemented in it such. And to be honest, the only people who are like contributing to it currently are my parents, and even my sisters currently do not, even though both of them are working, they also do not contribute to it. So I guess the company, although it puts in a certain amount of profits in there, but it does not put in a significant sum, if you know what I mean. So therefore, even though like the minute the small funds run out for like at the end of the year for books and stuff, when the new year starts, there's not much left in there. So the small changes are being made, but I guess there needs to be a separate account that needs to be kept for it, which I want to work on when I go back home, and then maybe ask my parents if a more percentage of the profits of the company can be utilized for that, rather than being kept in bank deposits as interest. Or another thing is that talking along the lines of bank interest and loan, and keeping them in a safe deposits, I want to put one of them in a savings account. That way, in India, the percentage rate on savings account is 8 to 10%, which is pretty high compared to the current United States rate. So I want to definitely do that, because that way, you even if you keep in like a small sum, at least at the end of the year, it keeps adding value. So instead of just leaving a certain sum, you create a separate account and you keep depositing in it, and that way it'll keep adding, and that would definitely be able to add to the ultimate objective of setting up a school there. So yeah, that is my take on giving back to the society, and I feel I really want to do that the minute I start earning. So yeah. Alright, so today was the last day. It has been a great learning experience for me. looking at each and every day, I feel I learned quite a bit. I also, like looking at the level of trash bag that I have now, uh, I feel I have reduced some of the stuff like that could I used to use for a shorter period of time. I've tried to use it for much longer than that, and especially with the use of bottles that I can just fill water and keep using them again and again. That also adds to it. So all these things have contributed, especially with the usage of car. I feel it has gone down. I wish I could get to the level that I could take the T and then go to campus, but like from campus is not like right next to the T station, so I can't do that. I have to use the car. Um, Other than that, as for electricity and water as well, I mentioned over the past few days that water consumption has gone down. I'm trying to reduce the time that I use for my shower, but honestly, that day I did it for 4 minutes, but now it's still like 7 to 8 minutes. I should bring it down. And as for electricity I'm still more conscious about, because that's one of the first things that comes to my mind when it comes to adding to the carbon footprint. So yeah, it's No Impact Man has been a great learning experience, and I hope that I continue doing it. And I also will be doing a short interview with my roommate Sid, because he also was a part of it, and there were certain things that he would also like to share. So yeah, we'll do that later. Thank you.